Hi guys, what's up? My name is Isa and welcome back to my channel. I actually am staying home today because at first I thought I had a stomach virus. Turns out I got food poisoning, so I'm just gonna get right into like a makeup tutorial. I might as well tell a story time while I'm at this, so I'm just gonna start off by priming my face. So yeah, I'm just gonna prime your face. On the bright side, I made my bed. Prime up your face really nice. I feel like I got too much on my nose. It's fine. Okay, I think that's a little better. Okay, so I just primed my face. So yeah, anyways, yeah. I don't really know which story time to really tell because like my life's tragic, so there's quite a bit. I think I might as well just start with like a simple one where my best friend slept with like my boyfriend at the time. Wasn't the best. So love that. Yeah, I'm just using the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. This is what beauty gurus do, I think. Even though I'm Hispanic, I have not been outside in the sun in like a hot minute. Yes, sis has lost her tan. And you might say like, oh, you know, I could like go get like a spray tan or whatever. I'm broke. Anyways, so about this story time, this happened probably around like December 2017. I was actually out of town to see like extended family. Me and my dad going to see like his side of the family. It was like after Christmas, before New Year's, around like that week time frame. This guy I was seeing at the time, his name was Vitali. Like we had pretty much like an on and off. I don't know if we call it a relationship, but like, yeah, he and I were pretty on and off, like constantly throughout the time we were together. My best friend at the time, her name was Lindsay, and to be honest, I will like never forgive her for like a whole bunch of other things, but like this is literally the icing on top of the cake. Between that time frame, yeah, the guy I was seeing and like my best friend, they decided to like, yo, let's hang out the 3 days I was out of town. So they were just like doing that. Listen, I'm all for like going for things. If you want to be together, like that's totally fine. Please tell me and don't do it behind my back because that was quite shitty, not gonna lie. And I think it's funny because like these two, like they absolutely hated each other. He would always call her a bitch, like an asshole, and she would basically do the same. I'm just gonna take like my e.l.f. concealer brush. Also I used the Morphe foundation brush. I also really need to wash them out. But yeah, they had just like, you know, decided to like get together. Also, I have another story time, don't date a dealer. What is with me? I just make really bad life choices. Learn from my experiences. I was gonna say it's not a good idea, but like live your extra life, so like you do you, boo. They decided to hang out, they made out, they fucked in the back seat of his car. Like it's fine. Yeah, let me just blend in my concealer. So yeah, they basically did that. Remember, she actually was leaving to go to USF, which is about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes from like our small town that we lived in. So I remember literally a few days later because I left town end of December, and her birthday was in like early to mid-January. So I literally drove up there to her birthday, me being the dumb person I am. And I did that, you know, with a smile on my face because I didn't know. I'm so sorry, by the way. Like, sis, why'd you click on this video? It was gonna be terrible from the start. But yeah, I love when I get powder all over my hand. Yeah, just gonna like bake this. I'm also really sorry if this is like, this actually is one of the worst makeup tutorials you have ever seen. But then again, Tana Mojo tried James Charles Pennywise tutorial, so yeah, I drove like an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. We were gonna go to dinner for her like birthday, because you know, best friends do whatever we can for each other, or so I thought. While I was up there, she also decides to bring a Tinder date without telling me until like last minute, like literally 30 seconds before she pulls up. Like, hi, why? You could have prepared me. But like, you know, I guess not, because you actually are like a shitty human being. But like, you know, I won't judge. Actually, that's false. I'm judging you a little bit. But yeah, that had happened. She brings this Tinder date along, and I remember one time when he was like in the bathroom, actually, she decided to like open her Snapchat while like still somewhat talking to me, not completely ignoring me. And I remember that on Snapchat, Vitaly and I actually were each other's number one best friends. Like we had the heart to a point, like it turned golden, but then all of a sudden like the heart went away. So make sure you give yourself like a really nice beard because love that. Anyway, she opens up Snap and I see like they're each other number one best friends, which I find really strange, especially since, you know, they hated each other. You know, if you're gonna tell me you hate somebody, you can also tell me if like you've made up. That would have been nice to know, but like, guess not. Next, I'm just gonna go in with like a blush. Oh, look, okay. I feel really, really sick right now. So as you can see, I put on way too much, but like, it's fine. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced highlighter in one of their Love Lights, actually in the shade Ray of Light. So, as you can see, it like creates like this really, really nice like rose gold, kind of like a neutral tone as well. Actually. So yeah, also I'm sorry if I'm sweating. Like I said, my apartment's really hot right now. So yeah, you're just gonna look like that. Okay, so I actually can't find like my usual eyebrows right now. Well, don't at me because I actually have to go in now with like an eyeshadow because I don't. Please don't hate me for this. I'm only doing this because like I'm desperate right now. Yeah, as I was saying, so like they actually ended up being each other's like number one best friend, and I just really butchered my eyebrows, but like already, but like, you know, it's fine. And I asked her, I'm like, that's strange, like why are you Snapchatting Vitaly? Like you guys hate each other, like what's the tea? And she said, oh, you know, like we just like to hang out. I'm just like, okay, well, you could have told me. Like, okay, this isn't too terrible. I'm really sorry about the lighting, by the way. And she's just like, oh, you know, we like to hang out sometimes. And I'm like, since when? Like, you guys are each other's, like, literal mortal enemies. She's like, oh, like, that was, like, so long ago. Of course, I didn't realize that until, like, the truth came out. Anyways, Vitaly ended up, I think, like, I can't remember how we broke up. I think it was, like, mutual. And I remember him Snapchatting me while I was out of town, and he said like, oh, I miss you so much, like la-di-da-di-da, like oh, like can't wait for you to be home. And I'm like, okay. Because I remember he actually ended up telling me, being like, hey, I actually really have to tell you something and you're not gonna like it, because he knew Lindsay and I, like, we had gotten on, like, he decided to tell me everything between the 3 days. He said, you know, they had a thing and he was really, really sorry about it. Like, honestly, also, I'm just gonna go in with, like, the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia, just because, like, I don't know. Stop Snapchatting me right now. I'm not in the mood. I just got makeup on, like, my favorite fucking sweater. So, you know, I'm just blend it out because, like, what else can you really do? Yeah, I don't know exactly what eye look I'm doing or what I'm going for. I just know it's not gonna end up being, like, too terrible. I'm just gonna put, like, a bunch of colors on my eyes. Anyway, so yeah. He decided to tell me everything when I was out of town, which, you know, I actually appreciate. He doesn't really tell me stuff like that. Be like, and you know, I'm really, really sorry for what I did. But he actually was apologetic. And you know, the fact like he did that, like, I'm not taking him back. Because like we had also been on and off for like way too long. So, anyways, I called her up about it. Fresh bitch that just got into USF and can't bother to message her friend back ever. You know, she completely ignored me. And she said, you know, like, I'm really sorry or whatever. And I'm like, you're literally an awful human being. Like, you could have told me. And like, I don't really get mad or anything, because I'm just like, you know, you could have just like told me what had went down. And we had ended up like scheduling to get lunch together, so that's like when all the tea went down. She saw me walk in looking like $1 million, because at this time I had a new man who was also quite wealthy. She decided to tell me, you know, like, all we did was only kiss, like we didn't hook up, but like, sis, like, he knew exactly what you looked like, and the fact he showed me the nudes you also sent him, kind of suspicious. And she's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Which is why, you know, you tell the whole truth. So yeah, she was like, yeah, I did send that to him. I sent that to everybody, and I'm like, okay, well, where's mine? And she's like, well, maybe not everybody. And I'm like, listen, this only works if you tell me the truth. And so she did, and she came out saying like, oh, you know, we only kissed or whatever. But I'm just like, I know better, because they actually really did have sex. So, because she's literally like one of the horniest people on the planet. So, as is he. So for them to be together and like, you know, not have sex, it's just like a little confusing. But you know, she claims they didn't. He came out and told me everything, being like, yeah, we did, and I'm really, really sorry about it. And you know, I forgave him because he told the whole truth, but rather as than with her, you know, lying to me about like literally everything, you know, that's just like something you don't really do. She actually ended up being more selfish. Like, I forgave her for it, but then like she did a whole bunch of other things that are selfish. So, but that's not really what this story time is about. But yeah. Anyways, long story short, I don't stay friends with her, but like I talk to like the guy once in a blue moon. And that is the story time of how my best friend slept with my boyfriend while I'm in the middle of doing a look. And I think it's funny because like her mom came into the restaurant I worked at, and like I served her, and like her family was basically like a second family to me. And the fact, like, you know, she's actually a huge liar. So the fact, like, even her mom came to me and being like, you know, I'm so sorry about everything, like, you know, my daughter has done. Like, I'll say it, my daughter is like a selfish bitch. Like, she's an awful human being. And although I know, like, you both have like growing up to do, she has so much more to go. And I just want to let you know, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, I'm so sorry for everything she's ever done. And I love her mom so much. Like, you know, the fact like her mom can actually come to me and do that rather than her, like, you know, it just kind of like says a lot. Actually, since I remember like a lot of times when I'd sleep over at her house, she would always like be so rude to her parents. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, if I talked to the way if I talked to my parents the way she treated her parents, I don't think I would have like been able to live to see like the next day. But you know, that's just the tea. So as you can see, this isn't the most glamorous eye look, but it's some type of eye look. I don't really know what I was doing. I just put like a whole bunch of like random colors. If you want to see just like whatever color these are, you can pick and choose, make a look. Next, I'm just gonna go in with a Sex Kitten eyeliner from Tarte. I'm literally just like a huge fan of Tarte. Like, I kid you not. Like, Tarte and Morphe, like, if you could you like, you know. I'm just gonna go in, do this real quick. Also, just like a little tip, even if you do want like a good wing eyeliner, it's still terrible to like, you know, go like that and like stretch out your skin. Like, it's really, really bad for you. Like, I kid you not, like, you'll get wrinkles by the time you're like 30. So yeah. Next I'm just gonna, I literally like on this table, like I just have like, literally on this table I just have like makeup scattered around. So yeah. Next I'm just gonna take my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Really sorry that this took so long. So yeah, that is my completed eye look. Now next I'm just gonna go in with a Kat Von D lipstick in the shade Lolita. If I can get the cap off, that'd be lovely. It's fine. And yeah, that is my completed makeup look. So thank you guys so much for coming to my channel, for watching, for staying around. Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye.